Okay, welcome back. I promised I would deliver you guys a second tier list based on each Pokemon's in-battle usage. Here's my tier list for the live action battles that are contained within ZA. Before I get too much into it, a little general information about how I did this tier list. I wanted to come up with a uniform system. It's not a perfect system, but in order to apply the same criteria to all the Pokemon, I used the following factors: base stat total, move pool, and the Pokemon's typing, which could be different when not Mega Evolved compared to when Mega Evolved, and that's also a factor, are the most important criterias. They're graded on a scale of 1 to 5. Then role dominance and versatility are two other criteria graded on a less important scale of 1 to 3, with a maximum of 21, but the highest total was Zygarde with 20. So we could start there because I don't really want to cover that Pokemon too much, but we'll use Zygarde is just an example. That's the top of the grading scale based on its base stat total, typing, move pool, and everything else. It is basically the perfect Mega Pokemon, at least as far as in this game is concerned. Moving on to the other less obvious Mega Pokemon, we'll start here at the top with Venusaur. Actually, it was only graded a 12. Oh wait. So we start off the rest of the list with Venusaur, one of my absolute favorite Megas, but with the removal of abilities in this game, he's kind of really mid at a lot of things. He's gonna make the B tier, but you'll find that there's quite a lot of Pokemon even in the B tier that are better in battle than Venusaur. Now with Charizard, we'll cover both forms kinda at once. So both of these Charizards do miss. Both of them miss having their ability, but the typing and the move pool for Charizard, it makes Charizard X significantly better than Charizard Y. And actually Charizard Y will rank before Venusaur. Blastoise is all around really solid Mega Pokemon, great versatility, great move pool. It's gonna make it an A tier, but not as high as Charizard. Beedrill without adaptability actually gets totally screwed. It's down there as one of the worst Megas in the game. And Pidgeot, while definitely both these Pokemon have their uses, D tier isn't exactly in the trash, but both of these Pokemon highly miss their abilities. No guard on Pidgeot and adaptability on Beedrill kind of ruins them. I can't do the Raichu forms yet. We'll just move them down to the bottom, as well as I'm going to move some others that aren't in the game. So next up we got Clefable. Really solid mark. The one thing that really held Clefable back is its base stat total. It's only 583. It's still really solid. It's at a neck and neck with Blastoise. I kind of prefer Blastoise though. Alakazam, another really solid one, is going to go behind Clefable. It doesn't have quite the versatility as Blastoise and Clefable, but it plays its role really well. Unfortunately, my guy Victory Bell, not that strong. He's down in C tier. Slowbro is pretty solid. Bulky Pokemon are pretty good in this game, and it's got a lot of interesting movesets, so it got some extra points for versatility. Gengar, one of the most oppressive, overpowered, competitive Megas, still really good, but it's only an A tier. It's not like Uber's strength. Still got it behind Charizard, and there'll be a few more in the A tier that are ahead of it. Kangaskhan really misses its ability. It's pretty much down here. It scored 11 on my scale, same as Victory Bell. Starmie has really nice stats and really nice move pool. I actually think through like playing Starmie that it probably edges out Charizard just a little bit. That could be because of the meta though. There's a lot of Xerneas right now when I'm recording this video, so any type of dragon is a little, besides Garchomp, but we'll get to Garchomp. Pinsir, without the Aerialite, actually scored only a 10 down here in C tier, which means these Pokemon in D tier, these are the ones that got single digit scores. Gyarados, definitely a Pokemon you will see a lot if you play online. Very solid. Its move pool, one of its best strengths. It's a super solid A tier. You're going to see the A tier probably get really full. I think that that's where they would like a lot of the Mega Pokemon to be power wise, but moving on, we got Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl speed gives it some uses, but it kind of barely makes the B tier. 12 is the minimum score for B tier. Dragonite, once again, I gotta say, if you play a lot of online, you know how much Dragonite's seen. It's gonna be one of my top A tiers because it's one of the most played. It doesn't quite make my S tier because I think that there's one Pokemon with the exact same typing and uses that actually does what it does a little bit better, but it's one of the best A tier. Meganium, who's actually probably my least favorite Mega, gotta be one of them, but as far as all things considered, it barely makes the A tier. One of the worst, but still an A tier. Very respectable Pokemon in this game. The fairy typing does help Meganium a ton. I would love to see what kind of abilities it might get when we move over to Pokemon Champion. Feraligatr, once again, not one of my favorite Megas, but the Water Dragon typing and the move set, honestly, it probably even edges out Dragonite. This is barely a A tier, but one of the best A tier Pokemon. The S tier is saved for an exclusive group. Even if the A tier gets a little crowded, that's alright. Ampharos is not amazing, but it is the best rated of the Pokemon I have down in B tier so far. Mostly because electric Pokemon are a little bit of a rarity and it can do its role well. Plus, Dragon typing adds extra resistances. Not terrible by any means. Steelix, also the same deal. Pretty solid typing. Steel typing never hurts. Not the best steel type. There are other typings that can pair with steel typing better than ground, but it's got good immunities and good uses. It's one of the better B tiers. Scizor is a very solid Pokemon, even though it's got some 4 times weaknesses. That's never really held Scizor back, now has it. It's got a really good move pool. Really just solid to above average in all categories that I considered. So it ends up in the A tier. It's got a score of 15 if anybody was wondering. Heracross would be really good, but it's definitely missing its ability. The way things play in this game sometimes do and sometimes don't work out for Heracross. I'm a little sad that it made it down to B tier, but hey, I mean, I just applied the system. Skarmory, a very high tier, A tier, due to its typing and versatility, immunities, and, you know, as I said earlier in the video, you know, bulky is really good in this game. Houndoom, really solid. I actually think Houndoom could see more use than what it's seeing. Its move pool is stronger than people give it credit for. Tyranitar, pretty good. Bulk is good. Its versatility is good. Move pool, base stat, total, all are strong. I think actually I'll put it even above Slowbro. Gardevoir. I mean, Clefable's really good. I think that Gardevoir is a slightly better option. It's definitely right in the same area as Gengar. I would like practically call those two a tie. Sableye, on the other hand, got totally screwed in this game by not having its ability. The only thing that really saves it is it does have a very good typing, but actually this is probably the worst B tier. The same case is gonna apply to Mawile. It just has a even better typing, but it got totally screwed. Its base stat total sucks. Its ability missing just ruins the Pokemon. It does have like one of the best typings possible, but that's like practically the only thing it's got going for it. Aggron is really solid. I've got him in B tier because A tier is so crowded, but I feel like this Pokemon might be like my cap for B tier. There's a couple other Pokemon I'm going to talk about as I did with Ampharos, but Bulk is really strong in this game, and Aggron is as well. Medicham, once again, screwed by the ability. A lot of its moves are really fast hitting and decent in this game. It's not terrible on like the way that it feels in the game, but without huge power, it's not the same Pokemon. Manectric, very much mediocre, kind of in the same deal as Aerodactyl. Like its fast, heavy hitter ability is pretty good, but one of its biggest problems is like all the electric megas would probably be preferable to it. Sharpedo, without the abilities, also took a major hit. One of the worst B tiers. Camera up, honestly, better than the other two I have down here in D tier, but it's just not good. It's very gimmicky in the regular games as it is, and there's no way to make the gimmicks happen in this game. Altaria's typing makes it okay, probably better than Victory Bell, but it's just an underwhelming Pokemon and its abilities missing, so it doesn't have the pixelate. Very limited, but the typing is good. Banette may actually be the worst Mega in the game because its move pool and just like playing with it is really rough. But its typing, there's a couple reasons why I had to put it ahead of the D tier. It's going to be at the bottom of my C tier though. Absol was never really a great Mega to begin with, and now has no abilities. I mean, it's kind of got the same thing as far as positives going for it as Medicham. Its moves have good like physical tracking that can get in close and hit a couple times and then definitely die because you're squishy and don't have a high base stat total. But if that's what you want to do, then you can do it with Absol. Glalie doesn't really have anything outstanding about it. Doesn't really have a good move pool. Basically, there's a trillion ways to get ice coverage better than Glalie. It's honestly, it's down there. It's pretty bad. So, one of the highest rated Pokemon in the whole thing, with a total of 19, is Salamence. Going into S tier, I mean, typing, move pool, it's basically got everything you would want. You could make the argument this or Dragonite, but I'm telling you that I think Salamence is definitively better. Another absolute top tier I think is actually even better than Malamar. You'll see everybody running Mega Metagross on the online ranked ladder, especially when we got all the Xerneas shenanigans going on. You gotta come with the Mega Metagross. It's definitely, besides Zygarde, what I would call the number one Mega. Lopunny with no ability, got the shaft. It might be the worst Mega now. But back up on the top, we got another 19 with the Garchomp. I actually think Garchomp's also a little bit better than Salamence. This is it though. These are the ones, you get what we got going on here. Pseudo Legends for the base stat total, great move pools, versatility, they can do whatever they want to do, and Garchomp's got a amazing typing as well. Lucario's typing, versatility, and move pool are going to also put it in the S tier, but these are 19. These scored a 19 on my scale. Lucario scored a 18, so he's going to be at the back of S tier. Abomasnow, honestly better ice option than Glalie, but really not great. Just dies to everything. Its typing is his biggest problem. Gallade, very solid, has definitely a good move pool, and it does make the A tier, just not the strongest of them. I'd have to even put it behind Slowbro. Like I said, I like bulky Pokemon in this game. Frostlass is fine, but it kind of needs a better move pool. It's just lacking a few things to go higher up the tier list. It's a B tier. I mean, I could maybe even say it's better than some of these ones right here, but it's like the same idea, all those. Emboar is really solid. You can do a lot of different things with it. Not the best, but definitely an A tier. I mostly just put it where I put it to compare with the other starter Pokemon in the game. And then we have Feraligatr, who's kind of a step above, but not so much so to put him in another tier. Excadrill. Really, I'm surprised that this didn't score as one of the best Megas in the game. I mean, it's decently high into A tier, but it needs a little bit more coverage in its move pool before to make the difference. That's really the difference between like it and Lucario. Audino is a Mega that I want to say is good, and it is better than a lot of these, but the only thing that I can say that stands out about it is that it does one thing well. It can kind of heal. Its move pool is not terrible, but it doesn't make good use of its move pool, so like its base stat total is a lot of what holds it back, but it just overall kind of limited as a Pokemon. However, there's not a lot of clerics in the game, and it could be your option for one of them. Scolipede, another really similar option to Aggron Aggron, can play roles really well, and is a very solid, one of the best B tiers, just a step below the A tier Pokemon. Scrafty is pretty good, it just is lacking as far as its typing and move pool's concerned. I mean, it has bulk up and its natural stats go well with its ability to use things like bulk up, but it gets absolutely smoked by fairies and there's just a few glaring problems with it. Electros, kind of the same, but the opposite of the same. It doesn't have anything glaringly wrong with it, it just doesn't have anything that it does glaringly well either. One of the biggest problems with the Electros is that Ampharos kind of just does the same role better, and you could just put Thunderbolt on one of the many Pokemon that have a versatile good moveset, or Thunder Punch, or whatever the case may be. Chandelure would actually be my choice for a ghost type. I'm going to put it a little above Gengar. I'm also going to put it above Gardevoir because I said those two were like neck and neck with each other. Chestnut I have to be a little predictive with, but we kind of know everything about it except the chance to play with Mega Chestnut in our hands personally. Maybe I'll have to make a correction soon enough, but I'm going to put it right there. Chestnut and Chandelure are really very solid choices. I think that they're the best at what they do. Best grass type, best ghost type in Chandelure. The best fire type's definitely Delphox. I'm going to put it up above Starmie. Actually, I'm going to put it above Dragonite because it's like one of the most commonly used, maybe even above Feraligatr. It's like really important in the Xerneas meta, so I gotta give it its respect. Greninja actually is gonna make our S tier. It's another 18 with Lucario, but due to its versatility, move pool, base stat total, I think that it's really one of the best Mega Pokemon. It just is a little bit held back by all the Xerneas that they let run free in ranked right now. Pyroar, number one in our hearts, but very much mid as far as ranking is concerned. It's a B tier, towards the middle of B tiers for sure. Floette, I almost didn't put in the video, it barely counts, but actually I am going to throw it into the A tier at the back. It's really, I mean, maybe not the worst A tier, but it's, for the record, the difference between Zygarde, Floette, number one difference is the base stat total. Other than that, don't use either of them. Malamar scored a 12. It's a weak B tier, kind of similar to Sharpedo. It just does some things well, but not well enough. These Pokemon just get a big old meh right here. But Barracole, kinda like the same thing as Houndoom. I think it could get more use and be more of a threat. It plays really well. I like the way that it looks when it's running around, and it seems like it's pretty fast when it's running around on the map. But potential, maybe it's just a little too hard to get the potential out of it. So this is where it's going in B tier. Dragalge is very much alright. Probably a better poison type than Venusaur, but not by much, so I'm going to put it right there. Hawlucha, definitely in the same ballpark as Scrafty, very solid. Typing, not the best, but solid. Diance's typing is not the best, but it's definitely helped out by its really good base stat total. Drampa, also really helped out by good typing and base stat total. Also has a solid move pool though, better than Diance's. Actually, I think that Drampa is more up here with Alakazam. And Phalanx, yeah, it's pretty bad. I think it's a little bit better than Bayonet because it does have its setup moves. Actually, probably better than Glalie too for that reason, but it's not living up to its potential. But hey, if you watch this far into the tier list, let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.